If only there was some magical button you could push and cha-ching, you're rich. Well, I guess I should quit waiting for the fast track to a big bank account and instead see what the super wealthy and successful can teach me through their lifelong habits. Starting with number 1, written plans. There's something about writing down your to-do list that seems to equal a home run. But you have to be specific about it. No broad objectives here, only hard numbers, such as earning X amount by Y time through Z activities. And when you see it on paper, you can visualize it that much better. Number 2. Reading books. Another great way to stimulate the old thinker is with books. They develop your vocabulary, imagination, and even problem-solving skills. It can be any genre you like, both fiction and nonfiction, although for most highly successful people, education and self-development take priority over entertainment. But the point is, read a lot. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, they're all avid readers. Number 3. Reading people. Knowing a thing or two about body language can really set you up for success. And this goes both ways, reading other people just by looking at them and knowing how to use your own body language. Rich people know how to earn someone's trust, convince others, and avoid being manipulated. They stand up straight, maintain eye contact, and overall ooze confidence. Number 4. Keep style simple. Hey, dressing for success doesn't necessarily mean donning a suit and tie. Just look at Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs, both big fans of wearing pretty much the same thing every single day. Facebook's founder says that wearing the same outfit means he doesn't need to waste time on making a meaningless decision. That way, he can focus his brainpower on running a $140 billion company. Number 5. Using public transport. It's become quite common to see famous faces taking the subway or riding a bike to and from work. What can I say? Apart from saving their own money on transportation, and yes, a lot of them pinch pennies to such an extent, but I'll get to that later on, they also give a vivid example to others on how to keep the environment safe. So, who needs a private jet when you can take the bus? Okay, well, I could really use a private jet, but who's asking? Number 6. Making birthday calls. Seems random, I know, but there's a statistic out there that 80% of wealthy people call loved ones on their birthday. The same can only be said for about 11% of people who struggle financially. This all has to do with staying close to friends and family, which could indirectly help your wallet out. I mean, if you have a support network of people you care about, then you're generally a happier person. And happy people tend to stay motivated and do better at work. Number 7. Choosing friends wisely. Socializing with success-oriented individuals puts you in the right mindset, keeps you constantly striving to do better, and let's face it, you'll have more in common with them. You can actively discuss similar topics, get some useful advice, and show genuine interest in what your friends and acquaintances have to say. Birds of a feather, right? Number 8. Listening more, talking less. While you're chatting it up with your successful friends, maybe focus more on those last 2 points. You know, getting advice and listening with interest. In general, rich people spend 5 minutes listening for each minute they speak. Hey, do you do most of the speaking or listening in a conversation? Let me know down below. Number 9. Meditating. So, you've got a to-do list to tackle and you're taking crowded public transport every day. So, yeah, I'm sure you need something to relax. Wealthy people gravitate more toward meditation and yoga, and there's a reason why. Stress blocks your brain, and you'll need a clear, sharp mind if you're wanting to follow in the footsteps of the most successful people out there. Meditation can help clear up that mental fog. Number 10. Leading a healthy lifestyle. I know, you really don't want diet and exercise to be on this list, but hey, I'm just the messenger. Successful folk eat less junk food and try to stay pretty active. Jogging, swimming, playing tennis, or simple gym workouts are among the most popular fitness activities among the wealthy. And they're busy people, so just 30 minutes of some cardio activity a day will do it. There are all kinds of studies out there showing that a healthy body means more energy, a better mood, and beefed up brain power. But for now, let's move on to number 11. spending wisely. Actually, I'll just be blunt. Rich people can be pretty frugal. I'm talking about save every penny Scrooge McDuck style. For example, it's normal for a millionaire to purchase things on sale or use different discount and cashback programs. Like them, you should always know exactly how much money you have, how much you're able to spend, and, the most important, which goods and services it's possible to save on. Because even though somebody with millions could easily throw down boatloads of cash for a pair of designer jeans, why not wait until they're discounted? Or better yet, not even go designer. Number 12. Saying no. Sure, we all want nice things, but you just have to know how to hold yourself back. But it doesn't stop there. Truly successful people can say no in any situation that calls for it. First of all, they don't overstretch themselves and agree to come running at anybody's need because, well, time is money, and their time comes with a hefty price tag. Also, they can recognize when, say, an idea or proposition isn't going to lead to financial or professional gain. You just have to know the options and realize that it's okay to politely refuse the bad ones. Number 13. Long lunches. Yes, this might sound opposite to the concept of time is money, but wealthy people usually take an hour or more for lunch. It's because the rich understand that it's better to work smarter rather than harder. A long, relaxing midday lunch allows you to refresh yourself and return to work ready to put in much more productive energy. Number 14. Taking risks. They understand that risks lead to rewards, so they're more willing to go out on a limb because that's where the sweetest fruit is. But they generally take calculated risks, not reckless ones. No, they're not afraid of failure, but they do know how to avoid it and minimize the fallout if a certain risk didn't produce the rewards they were expecting. Number 15. Giving back. Charity and philanthropy are hallmarks of the wealthy. Nelson Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Bill Gates – that's just a drop in the bucket of the most affluent people who share their riches with those who need it most. Giving back to the community through donation and volunteering is a key characteristic here. Number 16. Controlling emotions. There's a general assumption that the wealthy can afford to be brutally honest, lash out, or just treat people however they want. But the truly successful understand that good relationships are a crucial foundation for financial well-being. Hurting or offending people can obviously sever those ties. Number 17. Having a goal. You think wealthy people just have it made and they can relax, sit back, and count their millions and billions? But no, they always have some goal they're focused on and working towards. Everything they do is done with this primary objective in mind. Intense concentration like this is what allows the wealthy to accomplish what others only dream about. Number 18. Prioritizing tasks. The first thing Elon Musk does in the morning is check and reply to emails, although I'd recommend getting some breakfast in your belly first. But the main thing here is to start your day by getting the necessary stuff out of the way. Okay, let's say your job doesn't require a lot of emailing. At least prioritize your daily to-do list by what's urgent and important, not urgent but still very important, and finally urgent but not so necessary. Number 19. Staying productive. Remember your parents always saying, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, it's true. You gotta do something to earn it. And, sadly, spending hours scrolling through social media, getting lost in yet another rabbit hole of cute animal videos, or zoning out in front of the TV isn't going to do a single thing to help you out there. Wealthy people avoid that stuff and try to stay productive for a reason. It bears good fruit. So yeah, I guess money does grow on sort of a proverbial tree of productivity, dedication, and smart choices. And number 20. Not rushing to retire. It's not that you're going to work till 90 because you need to make more money. The idea here is that you won't ever retire because you don't want to. Seems like a weird thought, but if you're doing what you love, you won't ever want to stop. So yes, you can make a living from your passion, and then you're without a doubt on the road to personal and likely financial success. So, what do you think? Did any of this light a fire under you somehow? Tell me all about it in the comments below. Hey, if you learned something new today that can help you on your journey to success, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But don't go rushing out to make your first billion just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. Just click on this left or right video and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.